go. All right, questions for Tink?
There's obviously steps and stuff down the road and all that, but when the roster stuff comes through this winter, you get added to the 40 and all that. Is that an accomplishment? Is that an achievement? What's that feel like?
Of course, it's another step, really one call away from making your dream come true. So first I'm blessed, and then I take pride in the work that I put in to really get there, and all the stuff that I went through and battled through to even be in that position. So now that's an achievement you put in the past, and now it's time to see what's next. And,
how do you kind of look at last year in terms of like the stuff you had to fight for? You know, trying to get yourself on the mound and all that. How do you kind of look at all that?
I look at it, I take the best I could take from it was I was able to go out and compete without my best stuff, without feeling my best. I was able to get through it and then just lay over and just sit down. I just was trying to figure a way if I could get through it and things click and a lot of things get back on track. But I mean, I had a pretty good year despite the injuries. It's just the main focus is trying to stay healthy a full season. So.
Do you feel like you're at a place now where they kind of source maybe where some of that was coming from, and you can get on a program where you can keep yourself in that spot?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had an idea, but a lot of it just is within myself to be more consistent and really being more detailed and on the things that I really need. You know, you can always do it a week in this, but you're going to do it when it matters the most. So I feel like I just got to keep that same intent with my work off the field to improve it.
What was that thing that you
really the same thing that would happen earlier, just kind of with the back, the lat, and really having trouble getting extended. So a lot of times I was shorting or cutting myself off and really putting a lot of stress on the body. I go watch the video, I'm like, I can't even feel that I was doing it. But now I go see, and it's things that I'm fixing up and cleaning up. And I mean, this offseason, the ball been coming out pretty good, feel like less stress, and I feel like I'm in a great position.
On the back, was it more like tightness or like spasms?
Just tightness, really, and it's great, just a little tightness could just throw off the whole timing of things, and then once that kind of plays, then you might get more into the mental side of it. So I think it was just a little thing battling through, especially me building up about 2-3 times in the season. So it was just kind of a lot to really to take on. But I mean, I made it through. I'm just ready to move forward.
Is it a spot where your mechanics kind of drifting and it was causing you to tighten up, or did it go the other way? You were feeling a little tight and then your mechanics.
I think it just over time, I might have maybe start off doing something and then really pick up on it, and then over time, even just going through and throwing more in the game, going 6-7 innings, I think over time that it finally kind of caught up to something that I could have picked up on. But now, I mean, I'm figuring it out and learning what was going on, and I'm ready to just improve. And
so this was like you got in a habit, and then from there it kind of causes stress, and then
kind of just like repetition. You get comfortable doing something you really don't know, and then when you try to go fix it, it just feels weird. So kind of something I didn't really want to mess with too much, but I didn't really know what was going on. So it was you just gotta live and you learn. So that's all it is.
Do you think the next step is that durability, showing that you can go a full season, that you can hold up? Is that and what's the motivation factor there to push through that barrier?
It's always motivation. I mean, every year I come in, I think I put a chip on my shoulder to go do what most people think I can't do or say I can't do. So it's always good to have something to go chase and something to work for. I think it just the extra pep in your step to go and just prove yourself right that you can do it and you believe in yourself and you're ready.
Do you have an idea yet of where you'll open the season? And I mean, how much is St. Louis there as the goal?
I mean, I have no idea. Not really too much thinking about it. Like same thing when I came in last year. I know this year I have a better chance of sticking around and really showing what I can do. So I'm just going to take advantage of my opportunity once again, and hopefully everything works out the way I want it to. So
You had a chance to
have a front row seat on Quinn Matthews, Jimmy Crooks. Well, what would you tell us about what you saw from them?
Just, I mean, dominance. I mean, a great competitor. When me and him talk a lot, I was with him and spring training. He was telling me he started low A, kind of a little down. I'm like, just do what you gotta do, and I promise you'll be up here before you know it, and before you know it, he in AAA. So it's great to see that he stayed disciplined. He didn't get discouraged. He stayed on what he wanted to do. He had a plan, and he went and executed. And that's the same thing with him on the mound. He got a plan, and he go out and execute it, and it's fun to watch.
I think with Jimmy Crooks, you other than a couple of levels, what have you learned from him and seeing how he's progressed too?
Jimmy, I mean, when we first got him, I could tell right off the bat that he was a real, like, gritty player. I seen a little bit of his stuff in college, but I really got a chance to know him. Great guy, works hard and really cares. Like, he put in the work. I see him each day doing little things, and then just when it's in game time, he don't like to lose. So just that right there still speak for itself. And then when you got the mentality of that, I think it makes it pretty easy to go out and compete each and every day. But I mean, Jimmy's been unbelievable. Great arm, catching, and you know he's gonna hit that ball. So it's good.
When you look at like goals for this year, is there a number of innings, or for you it's just like when they call my number, I'm gonna take the ball?
Just really, I'm just trying to go out and have fun. I know a lot of things coming to see them. I'm always worried about, oh, I need to do this, I need to get to that. I'm just want to go out and compete my best each and every day, and hopefully it's the full season.
Think how hard has it been to be patient when you see Mason and Jordan and guys you were drafted with who've made it? You're younger than them, but how hard has it been to be patient?
It really hasn't been that hard, because when I look at it, I can really look at myself and say, I'm part of like the reason I'm not where I'm supposed to be, because I mean, in reality, I gotta lock in and do everything I need to do to be healthy. And I mean, you can't point at nobody else but yourself, and you gotta want it for yourself. So I think that's the biggest thing. Just, I could say last year I was waking up and saying like, I want to be in the big leagues. Now I'm looking at myself saying I'm gonna be there. So I think just that mindset and really want to do what it takes. That's what it's gonna take.
You mentioned last year learning that you have success when you don't have your best stuff. Mm-hmm. Is there anything you learned through that process about your repertoire or about the pitcher that you are that you took from maybe not having your best stuff but still having success?
Really that, I mean, I could throw anything. I know a lot of times I get credit for the changeup and my fastball, but I think my slider took a big jump, and then my curveball came and separated itself. So, I mean, just that for itself is giving me more confidence going into the next season and knowing that I got more weapons than I thought I had, and I can trust any pitch and any count against anybody. So that's really the most I took from it and just learned from.
Yeah, so you just mentioned your slider improvement. What went about in the process of changing the slider shape?
Really just a grip. It was some thing I've been wanting to work on it and kind of get a harder slider, but I was still using a different grip, and it was causing me to get around. I changed the grip, and 2 weeks later I'm throwing it harder, and it's just making hitters have to make a decision. So a lot of times you don't need as much movement as you think you need. You just need the deception, and then just get into that spot, just having that conviction. So I feel like that's what really made it take the jump that it did.
Did you work on the grip by yourself? Was there institutionalized, or where did it come from?
So it was actually me and Dusty was messing around with something, and I tried it, and it was okay. And then I talked with Middleton maybe like the next day, well maybe the same day right after. He just showed me like, next time try this, play with it, catch play, next spin, steady working on it. And I mean, once we got with the hitters in, I mean, I could tell the difference whenever I do it the right way. It was a tough pitch for the hitters to get a hold to.
Has your off-season work changed at all from past years? How has the off-season changed for you as you've tried to get stronger and build up?
I think it's still just the same work because I'm still having some of the same problems that I've been having. Like it's kind of just the same thing, and so really it's just about, like I said, being more convicted and really wanting to do what it takes, even if I'm going through some pain. And like some things, like especially with stretching and a lot of that, I figured out it's gonna be pain, like when you're trying to get to where you want to get. So just trusting that everything I'm doing is the right thing, and then just also having that conviction and intent with everything I do.
So you at a spot now where you get to Jupiter, you're go, like you're on a regular schedule and all that, ready to get going?
Yeah, definitely. I'm probably about five pins in, and everything's been feeling nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited, really ready for it to start, to be honest.
Great, thanks, Tink. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.